at their own 25-yard line.
Golf will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. Okay.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check 26. Check 26. Slam. Slam. Slam.
2nd down, it's Henderson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
76.
Play action. It's gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here we go tonight. 180.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Okay. Come in my way. A bomb. Hey, Delta. Mike, 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike's 57. Okay.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. 23 yards, the final tally. We think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
He's checking. Crash. Back. Check.
They'll run here with Henderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hold on. Check.
Again, it's Henderson. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Redskins take over first and 10. That's their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Blue 18. Hey, here we go. Short, boys.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
56 is the mark.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Come on,
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Goff now to throw. And Woods has it complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Watch QB drop. Where are they, team? One.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
180. Lighten up. Pull together. Shift. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stumped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun to give to Henderson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson. He spins free. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff, now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
3, 1. Check. Crunch.
On first down, Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Let's put that team on the hunt.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
61. Matchbox. Right. Check 13. Check 3. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, switch gears. Watch. One. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. One. Check 25. Check 52.
Now a give, right side. Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
To throw is Mariota. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
We play to win. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
We go tonight. 20. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, it's Henderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tonight. 20. Check.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Alpha. Mike 20. I got one. Everybody, Mike 20. Run. Hey, Mike 20.
Out of the gun. Gone. He'll get this one to Cup. Complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
First down, Rams.
We go tonight. Mike 20. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
DC. 12. 53 at the mic. Hey, let's get him.
Goff now looking to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On first down, it's Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cut. 20. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On third down, here's Henderson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
It's now fourth down.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Gibson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On second down, it's Gibson, and able to work his way down to the 16. The offense on third down tonight, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Geis, they'll try to run it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, Geis. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis taking it in. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Value three. Check it out,
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Henderson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike, 57. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. We're good. Hey, watch this.
Gone. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Under 10.
On first down, Gibson. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Quit talking about it and bring it. Jim.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Samson Abukum, his 2nd sack of the night. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Check, 43. Let's go. 43 is the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Here's Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Rams 24, Redskins 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Geis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
We go tonight. Right 20. I'm coming. Okay.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. at the 27-yard line.
Cut! 180! Rip left, rip left!
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship.